Hey guys, it's Tanya with Scraptastic Creations. Today I'm going to do a one-page layout featuring Close to My Heart's exclusive Hey Handsome paper collection. I love this paper collection, and as you can see, I've already used a ton of it. So this is what I have left of the one paper collection that I got, and for the last couple of weeks, this is what I've been working with because I love this. It's just perfect, and I'm just having so much fun with it. And if you are anything like me, you love it so much that you went ahead and bought a second paper collection. Yes, I did. But I don't want to touch this right yet. So I want to work with what I've already cut up, and these are the pieces that I have left and all the scraps. And I want to see how many things I can make with one paper collection. So if you've caught my other videos, I went ahead and created this layout using this paper of my son, Colton. And then I also created this layout of my son, Caleb. This is how much I love this paper collection. Did I say that already? I love this paper collection. I think I've said that 5 times now. So I am going to use this photo here of my son, Caleb. And this is the only photo I have. This kid is just remarkable, and that is going to be my title. And yes, that's a peacock he's holding. So I'm going to tell you all about this. It's super funny. But anyways, I'm going to clear this up, and then we're going to get started. I'm bringing in my all-purpose mat because we're going to do some inking. And I'm bringing in a sheet of almond cardstock. Close to My Heart's cardstock is two-tone, so you have your natural side and a light side. I'm using the light side of almond cardstock, okay? This is a retired color, but it is still available, and I love it. It's a staple in my stash. So I want to bring in kind of like a lighter background behind Caleb. I love the dark. I think this would be the dark browns, but I'm actually just wanting to capture some of the lighter tones because I'm going to create in and around Caleb. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my toffee ink, and I'm just going to do some inking, but I don't want this ink everywhere, okay? I'm just wanting a little bit of this inking, and I am doing this. I'm going to stay in the same direction, and there's a reason for that. I'm sliding it, but I'm kind of skipping, okay? Perfect. I don't want any more. Now I'm going to bring in my White Daisy. This is a pigment ink. This has to dry. You need to bring in your heat tool. So, and then I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a light hand because, again, this is pigment ink. This goes on differently, okay? Make sure you do your regular ink before you do your pigment ink, or you will get your regular ink all through pigment because this takes a lot longer to dry. So I am just going to bring in this. Perfect. I love it. So I'm definitely going to start drying this, okay? So I only brought in one Versamat because we're doing a one-page layout. And I'm thinking of bringing in this pine pattern paper as my background. And I'm definitely going to gut this out because I'm not going to waste it. But I'm not going to do that yet because I'm not sure if I want this about 1/2 of an inch, or if I want it a whole inch, or I even want it a little bit more. I'm almost thinking I want it like this, and I want it to have like 1 1/4 inches. So that would actually be about there. I'm gonna pull in a piece of black back here. And I know you're thinking that that's a lot of cardstock, but I'm going to gut that too, so there'll be no waste. And I'm gonna have about 1/8 of an inch of that showing. And I'm thinking that I'm going to put this photo about here, maybe a little bit further down. And then I went ahead and I dug through the Picture My Life cards to the Hey Handsome paper collection and pull out some ones that I thought I could use, okay? I love this one, Wild and Free, and I thought, man, this fits perfectly because, well, you have a peacock here. It's a wild peacock. And then Caleb. Caleb is wild and free. He's my adventure son. I always call him my rebel child. So Caleb doesn't even think twice about going and grabbing a wild peacock. I pull off this tree as well because Caleb is out in, well, he's in the country here, so he's kind of in a wooded area. So I pull the tree out, and I was thinking I can do lots of different things with these little banners and make them to where they're not banners. And I like these arrows, so I might pull those in as well. And I really like the compass because, like I said, he's kind of out in the wilderness, but I have another idea for that project, so I'm gonna think on that. But I am gonna pull in my tags, and I'm definitely gonna pull in my tags and tabs. I use those all the time. But I'm gonna pull in the buildable tags as well, okay? This is another staple in my collection. And I am gonna cut this and make this a tag. And then I took this this crossed arrow right here off the sticker sheet, and I'm thinking about putting that on here somewhere, and that's in that nice harbor color. And fun fact, within Native American cultures, the sign of 2 crossed arrows is used to represent an alliance, and Caleb formed an alliance with this wild peacock. I did go ahead and cut this camera off. I cut that out I stamped it in white, and I stamped it in black ink on white cardstock, and I cut that out of the Hey Handsome scrapbooking stamp and thin cut set. And I am probably going to bring in these, and I'm not sure about the stars yet, but I'm thinking I'm definitely bringing this in, and maybe possibly that arrow right there. So, and I'm also going to cut some more tags. I was thinking this would be a great tag, and even this one would really draw in all those colors together. So maybe I'll do both. So I'm going to definitely bring the tags in, and I can get 2 out of there for sure. So I took the pieces off for right this second. I'm wanting to stamp on here, okay? I'm wanting to bring in this piece right here, and I'm going to stamp that in black. And then I'm also going to bring in the background elements. I love this thing. These background stamps are just, I absolutely buy them all. They are a staple in my collection. So I'm going to bring in my black ink. And then I am going to bring that stamp in. I got all my pieces distressed, and I went ahead and gutted out that middle piece so I can have it to work on another project. And then I went ahead and cut a few more tags with those Picture My Life cards. I picked out the ones that I wanted. And then I also used one for the pattern paper. And then I went ahead and cut that little top. And I used these from that buildable tags, and I went ahead and used the little tag reinforcer right there, and I cut that in paprika, and I edge distressed that as well. So, and then I used this one from the tags and tabs for these, okay? And then I'm going to use these Picture My Life cards. I'm going to use these behind my photo, I decided, and this, but I'm not going to waste all this. I am going to cut out the pieces and save them for another project because we can get lots of uses out of this. And then I did go ahead and cut a few circles. So this was the pattern paper, and I just did the inking around that as well, and I'm going to put one on each side here. So I'm going to glue this together, and I'm probably going to go ahead and bring in a little bit of twine, and I'm going to put these around my, I'm going to put these on my tags, and I'm just simply going to fold this in half and stick it through and pull it up. And I'm thinking this is going to be where I'm going to journal. So for this one, because I'm going to be pulling it in and out of my layout, I'm just going to put a little knot in this one, but I'm not going to do that on the other ones. I don't think anyways. I don't usually do that. I want to tell you real quick, this little Sweet Tweets is the stamp of the month. And this stamp set you can get for the month of April, only for the month of April. And you can get this free by becoming a VIP member. And becoming a VIP customer, you can save all kinds of perks. You can earn 15% back on every single order. So it's like getting a sale every single time you place an order. I love that. Or with a qualifying purchase, it's $50. You can get this stamp set for only $5, but only through the month of April. So I did want to point that out because there's a little bit more time left in April. We got about like another week. And so I wanted to point that out. I'd love to have you for a VIP customer. I have a special Facebook group for my VIPs and my customers, and there's lots of fun stuff there. So I'm going to bring in this stamp set. And this is an older stamp set that's in my stash. And I love this. This was the Wander scrapbooking Stampin' Thin Cut set. But I love this. Always say yes to adventure. And that totally fits my son. So yes, he's remarkable. But I thought, since he's always like, willing to take a risk or, try new things, I figured this would be really cool for him. So I also am going to bring in these trees right here off of the Into the Wild scrapbooking. This is an older set as well. I love having these stamp sets in my stash. So I'm just gonna, this was like a baby, pretty much it went to a baby boy set. And you can use these for Christmas trees or whatever. So I love that. So I'm going to pull those trees in, and I went ahead and already cut them out with the thin cut, and I stamped them in the pine ink. And then I'm going to bring that camera in instead of on this side. I'm going to bring it in over here. And then I'm going to bring in that compass, and I'm going to bring that in over here as well. So kind of place this, and we'll pull this up so we have that in the background a little bit. Okay, something like that. And then I'll tie that on there. And then I still want to bring in those arrows because I think they fit what's going on perfectly. And so I just went ahead and used this part, and I cut out a circle because I don't know, it just kind of floats around there. And I thought, well, I need to put something behind that. So I think I'm going to do this, and I think maybe we can pull in this, this splatter and kind of put it maybe right kind of in the middle of this to give it a little bit more, and then maybe edge distress with the black around there. And then I'm going to bring in a black circle as well. So I'm going to draw that black in here in another place. And I'm going to put this probably right about here so I can add that to that embellishment cluster. And I still want to have a visual triangle. So I'm going to do something a little different, and I'm going to show you. I am going to have these here. So I have that third embellishment cluster. I need to put my ribbon on, my twine on there. But this is going to be interactive. You're going to be able to pull that out, and that's where I'm going to put my journaling. And I know you're like, oh, but you cut that spot out, so it's not going to slide easy, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, okay? I have a really cool idea, a little trick that I'm going to show you. So it'll be something new. I think that with this like this, I think this needs a little something right here. So I think I'm going to bring back the, what was this? This is the background elements. I got those pieces glued down, and I did foam tape. I did put foam tape on the compass and this sign, always say yes to adventure, to give it a little lift. And then I want to build this. I'm going to move this. I want to build this, and I want to go ahead and I'm going to bring in some scratch paper that we were using, and I want to put just a little bit of ink in here just to bring the black in a little more. So I'm going to bring that splatter back in from that background elements and just give it just a little bit of inking. I'm not even going to do anything like there. I just wanted to give it a little something, and then I am going to go ahead and do a little bit of inking around the edges of that. It'll draw it in a little closer, and I just want to give it some more detail and make it look like, you know, something that, you know, was already created on that sticker sheet there. So, and then I'm going to, and I already did do that around this. So I like that. It gives it a little bit more detail. So I'm going to put some glue on there, and we'll put that right there in the middle. Okay, gives it some more interest, you know. And then I'm going to bring this arrow in, and I did remove pretty much all of the sticky off of that with my anti-static pouch. So I'm just going to add a little bit more on there, and then put that right down in the middle. Yeah, perfect. I like it. It looks so much nicer. Like it just needed that added detail, you know. So I'm going to kind of move this up a little bit so I can get as much as I can on that white. Well, I do want to go ahead and stamp this. All right, before I add any more, I want to adhere my tags. This one's going to be permanently mounted, and this one's going to slide in and out underneath of it. And this is where I'm going to put my journaling and tell the story of Caleb just being out, seeing this wild peacock, and then kissing to it and having some bread, and it come right over, and he got to feed it and hold it and pet it, and it just laid in his arms and let him pet it and stuff. He's amazing. Anyways, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. Now, I'm going to do this a little bit different than I usually do, like where I come in and out of behind my photos, or I create pockets. I'm going to do something completely different, okay? So, like I said, I want to adhere this one permanently, but this one right here, so I flipped this over. I kind of made a little pencil mark. So I put this where I wanted it to go. I don't want it to come over my layout, but I'm needing it to slide in and out, and I need to know where it's going to stop. So I kind of put it here. I want it to go to the top so I can just grab it real easily. And like I said, I went ahead and flipped it over and marked with my pencil. Okay, so that's perfect. So this, I do want to mention that this neat tip that I seen watching a fellow consultant's video. Her name is Erin Jacobson, and she showed this really cool way of making a pocket behind your page. So I'm going to try it. I've never done that before, so this is totally a tip I got from her. So I just wanted to point that out. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this here. And then I'm going to cut this off. Okay, so this is our flip flaps. So you would adhere this. We have these in different sizes, and you you peel this off and you stick it to the front of your memory protector, and you're able to add additional photos to your pages, okay? Which is awesome. I love it. So I've never done this with a flip flap. So I'm literally going to put on here some really strong glue. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. Actually, what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is just trim this off. So I am going to just lay this here about where I want it. Oh, let me just move this. And then I'm going to put this here, because I'm not going to glue this down yet because I want to adhere the permanent one first. So I'm literally just going to cut this off. All right, I got it started. Then I'm going to take my cutter. I went ahead and glued that piece down, and I put a good amount of glue on there because I want this completely down, because I'm going to be sliding something out in and out, and I don't want this to kind of come off or get crunched up in any way. So now I'm just going to line it up with the top, and I'm probably going to do this off my mat so I can see what I'm doing here. And I'm just going to line that right up with the top. And with that little pencil mark that I drew, and I'm putting it right over this tag. So this tag is, the other one will look like it's behind it, but this one's protected by the plastic sleeve. So then I will be able to take this tag and slide this right on in to my pocket. How cool is that? So that is right at the top. There's a little pocket. It's plastic on both sides, so this will slide in and out. And you got the other one in front of it, and it doesn't even affect it. Okay, I love that. Thank you, Erin, for that awesome tip, or that little trick. If you all ain't checked out her videos, she makes some incredible layouts. She's very, very talented. I love watching her. So do check that out, or check her out. So I got this glued, and this is coming out really good. How cool is this? It's right at the top of your page protector, and you can slide it in and out real easily. And yeah, how cool is that? I will definitely find Erin's video where she did that, and I'll leave it in the description. That way there you can check out how she did it, and maybe get a few other tips. So I did want to show you real quick that this is where I cut this off. And I know you're like, well, why did you possibly save that? Listen, I can totally cut this and have that behind a photo. I can have this coming out. I could have it coming out this way, or use this side. I mean, I can cut circles, or something back behind a word. I mean, there's so much stuff to do with this. So I always save all of my scraps, and keep it in my bag with my other ones. And then I can keep working on it with this collection, or another one that matches. So I'm thinking that the Hey Handsome had these acrylic shapes, and I've used quite a bit of these. I mean, there are some fun ties and bow ties, and the long tie, and glasses, and just some really cool, there was like top hats, all kinds of stars, and stars within stars that pop out. But I really like this arrow, and it's kind of like a crookedy kind of arrow. It's purposely done like that. But I was thinking, I really kind of like that, and I'm thinking maybe I want to pull that in. I'm not real sure yet, but I am going to pull in some other arrows. So this gives dimension, but not too much dimension. Now's a good time for me to tell you that if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button on this video so YouTube continues to share it. And if you want to be notified when I post these videos, just hit that notification button, that bell button, and it will send you a notification letting you know, hey, she's got a new video up. I appreciate all your support. So I'm going to bring in these black arrows. These are die cuts. This is a paper board. I really love these. All these fun arrows in all different shapes, and they're all different fun shaped arrows. So look at this. How cool is that? I mean, that is super fun. So there's these arched arrows. So I'm going to bring in some of these, and I want to add a few arrows in here for embellishments. And so let me tell you that I don't know if you caught my last video the other day on Saturday, but I am celebrating, and I am celebrating 1,000 YouTube subscribers. I'm super excited about it. And so I thought, well, what can I do to give back to you guys? So what I decided to do was, I can only do it for 10. So the next 10 people that sign up to become a VIP on my website, I will send a gift to, a close to my heart gift, scrapbooking. And even if you don't sign up to be VIP, but you want to be a maker and you want to join my team, I will go ahead and count that. So the next 10 people, whether you sign up to be a VIP, one of my VIP customers, or you become a maker, I would love to have you on my team. I will send you a gift. And not just that, when we've reached the 10 additional people, from last video to this video, or when we get to the 10 people, I will do a Facebook Live drawing on my Scraptastic Creations with Tanya Roberts page, my business page. I will do a live drawing, and I will draw for a $50 close to my heart gift certificate. So you'll be able to get even more products for your business, products for yourself. So yeah, so let's make this fun so you all can celebrate with me. Okay, I think I like this arrow right down here underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. And there is a shiny side to this and then a matte side. So I am going to have the matte side up. So I'm going to take this right underneath here and go straight across my photo. Give that a little, hold that down for a minute, because you really can't move it once you got glue there on your photo. Perfect. And then I'm gonna put this arrow here, you know, kind of like the wild and free. So you got the bird that's wild and free, and you got my son that's wild and free, and I'm gonna just kind of have that pointing towards him. So I got that all glued down. I'm going to give you a closer look to that. I love the way this paper came out. So there's a better look. And this is super cool. Again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so right now. And I really appreciate you joining me. Till next time.